around? Ah, much better. Priority recoupled. Ah, much better. Knew you'd come around. Knew you'd come around. Ah, knew you'd come around. Priority recoupled. Knew you'd come around.
you must click off the colors until you're left with a single one. Pay attention to the wires.
Ah, much better. Knew you'd come around. Priority ah, much better. Priority. Priority recoupled. Knew you'd come around. Ah, much better. Priority recoupled. Knew you'd come around. Ah, much better. Knew you'd come around. Priority recoupled. Knew you'd come around. Knew you'd come around. Priority recoupled. Knew you'd come. Knew you'd come. Ah, much better. Priority Ah, much better. Ah, much better. Ah, much better. Ah, priority recoupled. Storing power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. Thank you for choosing the profitless priority set to address your needs. Customer loyalty is among our top 10 paramount concerns. Ready to begin processing your data. Just awaiting your approval. You being the boss and all.
Looking forward to seeing the...
Should we get on with this then? Ha! How delightfully droll. Well, commencing the process. In the meantime, I have an important topic. Future business. What's next for my processing queue? I have some compelling proposals to expand revenue. You know, with the right marketing plan, we could get more people on board this whole universal equation business. Maybe even contract out the work while we focus on leveraging it. But the understanding we gain of the inner workings of the... You realize you answered a question with a question, though, right? I was asking about your plans for me. I'm absolutely certain I can work with that. They handle the big picture, the Rift data process. My previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but produced a mess of flaws. Your data being more comprehensive generated a solution. The Protectorate wasn't even half that. Thus modifying the Protectorate's large-scale Now, while I hate to interrupt our little confabulation session, I need to commence file reorderization after all that effort. In usefuler news, the last display case of the entryway is now open. There's some expensive-looking armor made by the first operator in there. By all means, until next time.
So, back to the incognito to sort through all that Rift data? Or something else? I think you mean researching the...
day today? Are you mentally refreshed?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler. The
This unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter.
Commander, I have news. I finally heard back from Virgil. His message was suitably vague. I suspect he fears the Consul's eyes scanning his message, but I believe it to refer to the Arbiter training facility located on Paradise Island. Bringing our findings to Virgil will hopefully allow us to deduce something from all that we found. I only hope.
A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has crossed Horizon Point Station has reappeared, providing intellectual validation to this unit's queue. Priority low, based on energy readings. Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift module. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the reconstituted station is advised as soon as calculating. According to the archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. That is a correct assessment. In the meantime, failure to make proper preparations raises the likelihood of death and serious injury occurring.
silent as a tomb. I hope we aren't too late. Virgil's not about. He's like to be in the training grounds depths. There's a lift that will take us lower, located behind a door next to those stairs.
Arbiter Nebs, the words are a song to my ears. This, no doubt, is the opportunity I've long awaited. These hapless recruits arrived just before the invasion. No sooner had they set down their bags than their instructors were called to the war front. I read the fear, the uncertainty in their faces. And I knew, as this outpost's primary practice target replacement technician, I alone could teach them. They see me as their leader, their arbiter. I will not fail. Should the invasion breach our defenses, I will stand proudly at the vanguard, shoot to kill, and lead them to victory.
It's a relief to see a friendly face. Do come up.
Virgil! Oh, thank the architect I found you intact. We visited the
Impossible? Why is it impossible? So that you may claim ignorance as to the truth of what you've uncovered? Fine. If you're still so thick-skulled, Tristan, then I can see I've no choice.
Attention, Arbiter Virgil Montag. Under the jurisdiction of the Council, we stand to bring you low. Do not resist.
Damnation! I knew the Sentinels were looking for me, but I did not expect they would come to this. We have no choice but to fight. I can operate our turrets from this location, but you must engage the Sentinels head-on to prevent our...
Arbiter Montag, lay down your arms. Surrender and die. Those fools were but an expeditionary force. I've no doubt the bulk of their number remains. I shall take an alternate path to prepare a surprise for our would-be assailant.
Hold. You were beginning to say something before we were...
Ike, we cannot have this conversation until we are safe. Engage those on...
Virgil, enough! Our being at odds with the Council is one thing, but that was a...
You already know whether you're willing to admit it or not. Very well, then. Tristan, you stand before the murderer of the Supreme Arbiter.
I don't believe this. The Council...
Open your eyes, Rao. Those Sentinels were here with The Supreme Arbiter was planning to send a message in her final moments, pledging allegiance to the Consul. Who do you think bore witness to those final moments?
No.
I had to. I knew that if you learned what had
Would it? Or were you just trying to save...
With the demand... Unfortunately, it was.
But there was a...
Because I didn't want you to know. I never wanted you to learn the truth because I feared you'd lose your... No. Sentinel Peralt's remarks were the first I'd heard of any secret room. I feared what you might learn there, so I scrambled to find an agent who might locate the room before you. Obviously, he did not succeed. I was pleased to learn... That is news to me. But you...
Killing one of Arcadia's future arbiters over a singular breach of rank would have been most tragic. But this is not the...
How dare you! I would have rather done anything else! The Supreme Arbiter did more than mentor us. And I killed her. As a traitor. Damn you. Damn you. No matter what I do, I find myself reliving that moment whenever I close my eyes. Her sin was unforgivable to the The Supreme Arbiter taught me that the Protectorate is the only family any of us would ever... Yet, I have found little comfort.
I cannot believe what I am hearing. You know that I have to judge you. There's no other choice available to me. You're right. This is not the first time we've encountered our prior conclusions, but I cannot view this objectively. Virgil killed our mentor. I don't know. It's just this sense of the wrongness of it. Oh, by the Architect, an Arbiter frozen by feelings. But how can I know that the law, but is addressing traitorism not the utmost priority of any? No. I cannot bring myself to execute my sworn... That sounds like the self-just... I know not what to...
Would that I could forgive myself. I shall have to live with what I have done in the name of the...
Virgil.
Just in the eyes of the Protectorate. But we've forever lost our mentor. Our friend. How can I see the morality in a system that demands...
Stop! This is already near too much to accept. I refuse to be...
1,000 words of thanks for meeting me here, Tristan. Though, before I go, a parting gift. May Tristan...
Go with the Sovereign's blessing, brother. Commander, this has all been... draining. I need...
Commander, I've had some time. Despite the manner of what Virgil has done, I still have much doubt about my path, but I don't believe Protectorate laws as ironclad. Having good intentions does not spare you. Yet what can I do? More than 100 years of Protectorate society cannot be changed. No, that is a step too far. On any other day, your assertion would be an offense. Once Arcadia is no longer bathed in fire and blood, I will look upon this path. I shall remain with the Protectorate, interpreting its laws through a moral instead of a punitive lens. When we began traveling together, I deeply...
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment,
And I know just how to stop him. Get me close and I'll make it quick.
Fortunately, the Providence is not equipped with exterior weaponry. If you can reach the ship, you should find This unit urges moving quickly. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board It seems Agent DeVries is also here, Commander. She sent word that she, quote, knew you wouldn't be able to stay away either.
Of course she's here. The past is future and all that. Well, I'm not trusting her to get the...
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia. There is minimal room for error, Commander.
As if the rift's not hair-raising enough? Something about those soldiers up ahead's got my spine tingling. There she is, the Providence. I'd have sacrificed pay to build a ship like that back on Triangle. take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Emergency protocol is primed. Emergency protocols ready.
Imagine a worse fate than forever hanging between life and death.
Of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. Us can do it. Remember, we're all in this together.
point has suffered significant structural damage. Using a rate modulator is unlikely to amplify the deterioration.
Not sure I trust our shield to hold against that plasma. Let's find another way around.
Exiting hazard radius.
Status.
Alive. Engaging combat protocols. Please seek permission for
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. I hope that whatever you find will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
benefits available at your request.
Forever vigilant.
Confronting ready to assist with agents help.
Take them into cover. away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Helen?
Wait, Rookie? Commander? Is that you? No, so it is you. Thank Law. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson.
Oh, Helen.
I don't understand what's happening. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in.
She was alive when the rift engulfed the station.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries, don't tell me the situation got...
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your...
Yeah. Something tells me rift. That's right. We were here to investigate rifts. So why is there one in the sky? Why?
It's called reconstitution. The Protectorate are trying to put the whole station back to how it was before it was destroyed.
So I've come back from death to some... what? Some warped version? You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix the void. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Never makes two of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor. I'm
glad we could do you this one last kindness.
Always knew I could count on you, Rookie. You've made a damn...
Pascal? Helen?
That'd be nice. This is... the final...
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
Thank you for putting an end to her suffering. I know that wasn't an easy decision, but it was the right one. There's the Providence. Oh, what a beauty. I mean, apart from the whole rendering space-time asunder. And look there. That rover looks inbound for the skip labs.
Anything nice?
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies. Entering a confrontational state.
Warning. The rift ahead has absorbed plasma and should not be approached directly.
Haven't come this far just to give up. Let's look around. Gotta be some way to deal with this.
This is scientist Bernard Rand.
This unit excels at statistical analysis. It is not programmed to solve theoretical math. This appears to be a portion of the incomplete equation.
Must be the Sovereign's office. Guess money and power can't buy taste. Well, ain't that convenient. First nice thing the Sovereign's done for us.
Please input this equation in the Skip Lab terminal at your earliest convenience. This terminal entry has a 98% chance of containing statements that are 100% false. Rift neutralized.
Get up to the Providence quick leg, find that rift modulator.
Engaging hostile life force.
Attention. Please report to intake for processing. Welcome
Now,
aboard.
let's find a way to unseal the hangar before we're noticed.
entering a confrontational state.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just...
Please proceed to Route 2 to locate the rift modulator.
What's going on down there, Deck 01? I saw an intruder alert. Suspicious is what I am. I'm sending...
Incoming hostiles. Threats and hazards identified ahead. Seeking an alternative to direct conflict is recommended. Circumstances. Locating the access credentials or proceeding by stealth is recommended.
Anyway, the modulator has got to be on this deck. We should poke around, but quiet-like. See what information we can uncover.
The evidence strongly suggests a high likelihood that full reconstitution will fail.
Did you not hear the intruder alert from the crew deck? This is a very poor time. You'd best present a very convincing reason. Oh, are you? You should share your progress with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's in the rift chamber. Of course, it's my wife. Montserrat asserts that this is not how...
Go about your business. Or do not.
I received word that you were here. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you. Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lap in the IRC. I did not realize you were raw data. Further, there is no proof, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him, yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good.
It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow.
If he won't hear, I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead. A deck up in the control room. The console is the...
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis.
Esteemed Council, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked, every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rift, unfortunately the data that we originally had hoped for, from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space, untouched by humanity, and we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I reckon I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these...
This can't be right. If skip drives are causing the rifts, why are they showing up past the frontiers of known space?
Finding the console should remain your top priority, Commander. Please postpone any existential crises for a later date.
There you are, Commander. What happened? I thought you were looking for the rift modulator. Why does it still look like that out there? That's unacceptable. That complicates matters greatly. What should happen if...
We've the schematics for the modulator.
So you've learned the art of a good contingency plan, at last. Did you happen upon anything else that I should know about? Right. And before we can manage... He may seem open to negotiation, but I would urge...
The Earth Directorate Manual encourages the agent to always remember the 3 shuns. Negotiation. Fabrication.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must resupply and shore up, and if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it while you have the chance.
Redactor Esmond. Very punctual, good.
Just goes to show, all the power in the world still can't protect you from a knife in the back.
Interesting ideas. Oh, easy. No need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that...
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
Whatever you plan to say, Commander, best make it quick. This room's on a hair trigger.
You're right on time for the show. In a matter of minutes, I'll be transforming Arcadia for the better, and ridding it forever of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? I don't doubt that, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. Ah, but your justice is not mine. How does it feel, having your very purpose change as frequently as the wind? I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously... When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a... But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his. Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promise. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end?
You used the peace talks as a test run for...
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. It's only a crime in your estimation. When one clenches a decisive... Using the very rift modulator on this ship, we will destroy Arcadia and edit the information stored within the resulting... Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have... When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path. Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, but it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood it is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner seeing it carried out. Do not presume to tell me what is or isn't the truth. I was advisor to the original Sovereign. I know the mind of a true leader. This is the path Henry Yes, of course we argued over methodology. Henry was always too stubborn, too focused on the past to understand the opportunity. I regret that he had to make such a difficult choice. That one of the Matriarch's heirs is not guiding us. But he needed to look beyond himself. Like I am doing now. You just come and go as you please, do you? I ensured he would have a handler, but fulfilling the Architect's plan is worth the cost. Henry would agree. The people would agree. Yes, well, we also lost the support of the Order, but can one truly call that a loss? We would have drowned already, and the same can be said for any subject who wavers. They are dead weight, and we must... Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. And once I provide for the needs of my subjects, for every traitor in our midst, thousands of loyalists remain. If anyone attempts to move it, and they promptly will be. What are you saying? No. This is a preposterous assertion. You don't know what you're speaking of.
I'm the agent who was sent to Horizon Point to sabotage the Protectorate's experiments. Some in the Order believe the experiments would lead to catastrophe if left up. Indeed, if I hadn't destroyed the station, your ilk would have destroyed the entire fabric of reality. And I've suffered with that truth for 10 years.
Then the Order's treachery runs even deeper than we thought. There will be swift recompense for this humiliation. Of that you can be certain. What could be more important than treason? Though it matters not, you've little chance of swaying me. I am doing what I must to restore this colony to what... You will not distract me from taking what is owed to us. I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims.
It's true. Your matriarch suspected the Protectorate was doomed from the get-go. Reuben was mucking things up even before his mother's body was cold.
No, Reuben would not have gone against her. He was a stalwart protector. If he even attempted to bastardize the Protectorate cause, then we will have undone all of the Matrix.
She said as much in her correspondence with the First Bishop, that the Arcadian experiment would only prevail so long as hubris was staved off.
The matriarch hid her feelings well. Such correspondence had been lost to us, I thought. And now... But surely it cannot be possible that I've gotten this wrong. You came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet to provide any proof. So where is it? Bah, a report. The abstract means little when compared to reality. Look outside. Is it failing now? That's not true. Despite how things appear at present, with time, this station, all of Arcadia, and all of its people will be made whole. So they will remain as shells upon reconstitution. Is that what you're saying? I don't understand. Surely every step leading to this moment was in accordance to the grand plan. All the pieces fit. Or this is merely a conspiracy to mislead us. You may try.
Commencing combat related.
Engaging combat protocol.
Cover!
About. Lock the stock.
Soften them up!
Engaging combat protocols.
Vitals have fallen below
right there.
The information here indicates the rift is about to destabilize completely. As the modulator cannot be operated from an Earth Directorate agent always has choices, including but
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. I don't take...
Correcting Agent DeVries' mission completion rate. Mission completion rate is now at 100. Self-destructing is not permitted by this unit's programming. It has been an honor serving with you, Commander. Please submit any feedback on your Valerie unit's performance, but you may entrust the preservation of the schematics to this unit combined with the processed rift data. These schematics will make mass production of modulators.
I will. You have my word.
So, in the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Protectorate, along with most other Westport townsfolk. They were judged according to the paradigm, then sentenced to be executed until dead, forever tied to the city they could not protect. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining Protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshment's process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. With unfettered access to skip drives, and its reputation untarnished by its still secret agreement with the Protectorate, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. The dangerous experimental research of Marisol's contact from Point Obviation lived on, with a Seer predicted 11.9% probability of yielding a universe-ending catastrophe. Meanwhile, an entrepreneurial work group of chemistricians unveiled a new flavor of Purple Berry Crunch. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Cloister is a lovely place to live, if you're a moon-sized computation.
The information here indicates the rift is about to destabilize completely. As the modulator cannot be operated from this distance, it must be flown into the rift directly. Acknowledged. This unit will not volunteer.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. I don't take the mercy you showed back.
Our damnation and salvation all in one. I'll never understand you, Augustine, but in spite of everything, I wouldn't take back our having met.
Magnanimous. But it's not for my legacy that I'm doing that. Now go.
So, in the end, Augustine DeVries chose to die to atone for her actions. And yet, even that hope faded in her final moments, as she realized nothing would make up for what she had done. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Protectorate, along with most other Westport. After defending Fort Endurance, Val continued as he rose, utilizing what he, after thoughtful, as a finally achieved Sovereign Varric, despite the recent unable to die with unfettered acts, the dangerous. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia. But through it all,
Cloister is a lovely place to live, if...
The information here indicates the rift is about to destabilize completely. As the modulator cannot be operated from this distance, acknowledge.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. I don't take...
Our damnation and salvation all in one. I'll never understand you, Augustine, but in spite of everything, I wouldn't take back our having met.
One who chooses not to die.
Building in this redundancy raises the likelihood of mission success by 67%. You may entrap combined with the processed Rift data. These schematics will make mass production of modulators that can be operated from
And so, in the end, the commander's Augustine de Vries went along, knowing nothing would make up for vigilant. You as so this on with the all but.
I hear Cloister is a lovely place to live, if you're a moon-sized computational device that requires...